about 600. So 600. You start laughing. So look, 600. So what's the difference between? It might seem like a dumb question, but what's the difference between Team 600 and 600? I feel like Team 600 is the rappers, and 600 that's just the block. Is that true?
That's true. That's true. Like Team 600 was like a label. You feel me? It was really some shit that E-Day was trying to put down, and what he did put down, and we was all a part of. You feel me? But like as far as like everything with the Team 600, it just definitely was some rap shit. I ain't gonna even cap. It wasn't even no real live like street shit. Just all the guys who was rapping. If you wanted to like, rap under our umbrella or something, that just really was, like so. That's really what Team 600 was. 600, we was like the block. Some niggas from was Team 600 and 600, like me. But like that was definitely just some rap shit. You feel me? Or like a rap, like the rap umbrella of our hood. You feel me? We needed something to be like. These other guys like GBE and OTF, like the business side of everything, So that's what Team 600 was,
So you had like E dot. I mean, I don't want to say E dot, S dot. I'm putting them together, E Day and S dot. So those are the ones that's kind of like the starting rappers. I know you was close with both of them, back in the past, and I know you close with S dot still. But did you actually like listen to their music growing up, like when they was actually kind of blowing up? Did you listen to them, or was you listening to everybody else?
I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. At one point in time, them was the only niggas to listen to. Like that wasn't like that was really like that. Like S Dot, like niggas, folk get so lost in the sauce nowadays. Like he as far as like he should be on that level where it's like, you feel me, like because he was one of the ones that was doing it like S Dot was doing this shit behind the scenes and the front, bro. Like he was making niggas album covers, like he was shooting videos low key.
Yeah, I heard about a lot of him.
Like he was doing a lot of behind the scenes work and business side that niggas didn't even know. Like that nigga was dropping music, folk doing his shit, and then helping other niggas like do they shit. Like he'll shoot a video, drop his own shit, then and shoot another nigga video, or do another nigga cover, or do like he just like been a part of this shit for. He did more leg work than what he get credit for. You feel me? Like S Dot was hot when Sosa was hot. Like when he first became Chief Keef. Like when Bang first came out, Dot was hot then. Like Dot been hot since. A lot of these niggas that we look at as like goats now even got on or started really catching the buzz. That's how long Dot been doing this shit. Like so, and E-Day too. It's like. But for whatever reason, 600 we always kind of fall short as far as like making it to that next level or pushing to that next phase where we could really like reap benefits and like gain millions off this shit. You feel me? But like for them, they was like two of the only turn niggas to really like. When I was coming up for it was Sosa, Reese, Dirk, E-Day, S Dot, Louis.
Yep, I'm Louis.
You feel me? Like, and it wasn't even no order. Like, you could play any one of them niggas, but them the niggas that you listening to. Like, it's really not no other niggas in the city, bro. That unless you was trying to listen to a girl, and then you listening to Katie or something, or Sasha.
Yeah, Katie got bands. Sasha Go Hard. I didn't think you listened like Sasha Go Hard. She was a West Side, right? West Side.
I think she West Side. I think she from the West Side, but it's like Sasha, folk. She. If you like me, you've been around and you've been here for as long as I've been. You who really started this and who really was a part of this. So it's like, I always that's why I just threw the women in there, because like the women was doing their thing too. You had it was some more women, folk, that I'm missing right now, but on phone them like them was the only people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Tink was one.
Oh, Tink for sure. Like Tink, yes, because
Tink.
Tink was running. That's when Tink first. Yeah, Tink was doing that little one. So like outside of that, bro, it was nobody like other hood or other people probably felt like they had rappers worth listening to, but everybody in Chicago was really we like niggas knew who them heavy hitters was, folks. So it was like that it was just like them was the only people that really even played back in the day. So yeah, we was listening to the phone them because when we weren't listening to the guys, like we was listening to Gucci Mane, Jeezy, like we was listening to other niggas who our daddies was listening to and shit. Like we weren't or like jingles that would probably had a Soldier Boy cut come in. It was we was young back then and stuff. But as far as like Chicago music, and it was the only niggas that really even play for real.
So like you said, S Dot. That's one of my favorite rappers. I want to ask you, what's your favorite song by him?
S Dot, fool. He got so many bangers, fool.
Man,
Like,
I'll say mine right now is that 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah,
that 3 months so hard, fool. I ain't even gonna lie. Do I got a favorite? It's really, if I got a favorite S Dot song, I'm gonna be 100. It's from back in the day. It ain't none of his new shit, bro. Like, bro, because
a
I
lot
ain't
of
even gonna
mine
lie.
too.
Like that's how I be with like, bro. I'm such a historian. Like I feel like the shit that we grew up off, it got more of a meaning than the shit that we making now. Because like I remember us being hungry, like broke, starving when that shit came out. Like, so when I hear certain shit now from back then, it just be like it's a memory that come with it. Like right now, I listen to music and I be like happy for the guys and they make good music, but we all sound like we didn't accomplish some shit now. Like back then when we was dropping, it sounded like we all had so many goals we were trying to reach. We were so hungry. And I remember when these songs by Foden was coming out where I was at in life. Like, and it just when I like think about it now, it'd be like I be having nostalgic memories. Like, damn, like
And you getting right into the next question because I was about to ask you. Like, I mean, it kind of ties in. It wasn't you rapping at the time. You
right.
came later.
Right.
L.A. Capone came a little later. Well, we're gonna get into him too. But when did you know like y'all actually have fans? 600. Like y'all, like you went to school. I don't know if you was in school or going to the malls or whatever. But like, when did you actually know? Like, man, these folks they know me.
Bro, I swear it was like like coming up in the hood, like the guys that like like I said, my hood, that's why I always been. You got some people that was in their hood, like grew up there, mama, grandma, somebody lived in the hood since we was basically 3, 4, 5 could walk type shit. So in my hood, I always had like rank in my hood because I've just been like my grandma, like I'm a real white product of the white building, like 6253. Like that's where I'm really from. Like, so everybody always knew me in the hood, but it got like you could just tell like the people I didn't grow up with, like they reactions to me, like it was like I ain't gonna say like I'm just full of myself and nothing, but like I never really been an ugly nigga for so I always could basically pull a bitch, but it's like after a while, the women was what showed me how much like I was doing because it became so easy. Like, bro, when I seen how the women was treating me, it was just like, bro, something ain't up, something's up. You feel me? Because even when for them shooting the videos and doing all that, I'm not a rapper, so I don't understand the full grasp of what's going on. You feel me? I'm just one of the guys from the hood that's like like even when they started saying my name in the song, like I don't know, like I'm not looking at these videos like for the whole city watching for the videos, everybody finna know me. Like I'm just in the video, you ain't even thinking about shit like that. But it was just like I'm seeing they clout and they buzz boost, and it's like I'm boosting, man's boosting with it. It's like we them niggas in the city, like it became to the point we couldn't like go nowhere without being noticed. Like niggas everywhere we went, like when we used to go to in certain hoods that we really never fucked with, niggas just used to treat us different. I go to some hoods, man, and niggas will be on, man. I used to go in certain hoods, for them to be out there rolling out the red carpet every time I came. Like every time I come to their hood, I'm coming over here with no money in my pocket, broke, just got my pipe. For them over here, bought me bottles. For they over here, man, you want to get high, you want this, you want that, huh? Put this on you. I'm just like, man, folk. And that's when they like it clicked to me, like, bro, I'm telling you, everybody fucking with us. Like my hood, we them niggas,
Yeah.
we up. You feel me? Like, and you know, we had some established people in our hood. Like, you gonna get established two ways back then: putting in work in the streets or in the stew. And we
Yeah.
was doing a lot of both. You feel? So it was like we we it's like we had the stew clout, but we had the street cred. Like we was like, yeah, they rappers, but they put belt on shit. So, you know,
Yeah.
like, you know, and it was like a clan of that. Like it wasn't just no, yeah, he the leader, they the one. No, we got 15 shorties ready to take off in this rap shit or stand over a motherfucker. Like this shit not a game. It's not a drill.
Yeah.
You hear me? Like, so it came with like, you know, that type of momentum and that type of situation. So it's like when I started realizing that, I was like, damn, folks, but that's how long it's been since I've been able to go places where nobody knows me. Like I ain't gonna lie, when I'm in my city, bro, I still get stopped. Like I be trying to feel regular, you know,
Yeah.
and I like to think I'm regular, and I hate to even talk like I've made it like to a point where like I'm just like so far from being regular because I actually don't think I've accomplished a lot compared to what I'm trying to do. But in my
Yeah.
city, folks, in my section, when I breeze through any part of Illinois, I still get stopped. Like, man, bro, like
And that's this in the malls and everything. Well,
that's
this
in the
is like this
mall.
where.
That's in the mall. That's in the liquor store. That's in the gas station. That's anywhere, bro. Like I be with my girl and my son. Like they be
Yeah.
damn. Like my girl will walk past. They'll be whispering to their girl, thinking like I'm further down the street and shit, like or down the aisle. They talk to their girl like, man, that's Tay 600. My girl and him. Like she'll
Yeah.
tell me like, man, like they over there talking like, damn, that's you. Like I just
Yeah.
had a motherfucker steal some shit out for me out the mall because of who I was. I walked right up. They said, I already know who you is. they they started
Man.
taking. Man, I'm damn. I couldn't believe it. Like couldn't believe it.
So like, you know, we about to get into like the fact that, you know, being known and you've been kind of ducked off lately.
Yeah.
Soon we're gonna get into that part. But look, let me know your closest memories from 600 back then. You know,
My
back then when
closest.
you was growing up, your closest. Give me four.
When you
If you
say
got four.
closest though, what do you mean by closest? Like, what do you mean?
Closest, like they the people that you could bring around your family. You could tell them anything.
Our
That's your
closest
best
friends?
friends. Yeah, your
I
closest
thought you said
friends.
closest memories. I don't know what I heard.
Oh no, closest friends. Yeah, closest
No,
friends.
see, that would definitely have to be Bite Down, LA, M-Thang, and I want to choose this fourth one wisely because I want to make sure that it was just that I'm mentioning the right people. It was definitely Bite Down, LA, M-Thang. I don't want to mention my cousins because I guess that like from my hood because they was basically like that's a given. You feel me? But it was definitely Bite Down, look, and Blast. Bite Down, Blast, LA, and M-Thang.
Okay. So now that it's been about 10 years since that time.
Yeah.
Who's the one? You know, my condolences to LA,
Mm-hmm.
but like, who's the ones you still closest with? You really
I
close
mean,
with?
well, to be honest, right? Blast and M-Thang, they the ones still here. LA, he dead. Bite Down in jail. He fighting 3 bodies
Yeah.
and 2 attempts. And M-Thang, he home. He doing his thing. I talk to Broski every day. And Blast, you know, he home too. You know, for them just coming home a couple years ago and getting on their feet and doing all that. For it's like now. What the thing is, folks, like it ain't even about now. We can't kick it how we kicked. All us got families, kids. We just
Yeah.
grew up, folks. Like
It's
so,
different.
it's like
Yeah.
you know, like everybody. Like that's why, like the way I used to think friends operated and the way I think they operate now is two different things. Like my niggas, folk, so many niggas from my block or from my area, like I don't need to speak to a lot frequently no more, for and it ain't no love loss. It's just like folk niggas is trying to wake up every day and provide for their family and get right and get you know like get some type of straightening out here. We got bills and all that. We can't afford to kick it on the block or kick it anywhere for 8, 9, 10 hours a day and not make no money and not handle no business. Like, I can't afford to do that, bro. Like, I got rent, I got other bills and expenses. I live a certain way, I dress a certain way. My son, bro. I can't devote, like, niggas really shouldn't be able to devote a lot of time to nothing that ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got all the guys, folk, but we all got business to take care of. And that's
It's
just
different now,
understood. Yeah,
everybody
man.
getting grown, getting older.
Yeah, bro. It's definitely just one of them things where you just got to be realistic. You know what I'm saying? And be like, yeah, bro, I love you. We on the phone, we chop it up, but like we talk a lot, but like as far as how we used to kick it back then, and as much as we used to do that, it's just like we all adults, and I actually like that because ain't nobody trying to kick it too hard with each other. We all understand that we got and more important things to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what keep everything copacetic and they don't make no real weird vibes.
So as far as M-Thang and D-Thang, first off, who did you meet first between the two? Who
Which
you meet first?
you talking about D-Thang from my block, right?
Is M-Thang and D-Thang, are they brothers?
Yeah,
The
they
one that
brothers.
passed away. I'm
Yeah.
talking about them two. Yeah, them
Yeah,
two.
so D-Thang, I met him first. I actually met M-Thang because I think D-Thang was finna tell him to whoop me, G. I think
Yeah,
D
I
look.
heard. Nah, go ahead. Nah, go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
think D-Thang was finna tell F-Thang to whoop me, folks. I really do.
Uh-huh.
Cause I remember when I was me and D-Thang, I'm sure you probably heard this story from me, but I'm gonna go over it for the people who gonna watch this later.
Yeah. Go over that story.
When I first became 600 through Lil Boo, he put me in a game. D-Thang was on house arrest. So when I became what I became, and I was really like full fledged in this shit, D-Thang had my name on Facebook was like Tay 600 or something like that. He had DM me like, man, boy, who is you? Where you from? Like, try to pull my car. Who is you? Where you from? Like, nigga, you claiming my shit? Nigga, you claiming? I'm just all out of pocket with D-Thang on Facebook, folks, in the DM, in the inbox. So he get off house arrest, and everybody, I'm thinking like, bro, this nigga trolling me or some whole time. He really one of them niggas in the hood. I don't know how we've been around each other all this time in the same space and never ran into each other, bro. So I'm just swimming down. This nigga got to be a goofy or something because I don't know him. So whole time on, bro, this nigga not a goofy, folks. So yeah, we walking around and shit. This was like Booker homie though. You feel Booker knew him at the time, I think so.
Yeah.
Like Booker my cousin. So like when we around each other, we was around each other, folks. So ain't nothing happening at first. Ain't even nothing being said. So we walking and he like, yeah, you was shorty that was wolfing. So now we going back and forth whole time. D-Thang really finna try to whoop me.
Yeah.
And I'm just not backing down and shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, because it's like 8, 9 of us right there, for like I already know. Niggas will try to pull your car for, and like if I was really scared, I wouldn't have been walking with y'all, like knowing me and you had words on Facebook. Like, I ain't gonna lie. So it's like he get on that, get the tweaking for we get in each other's face. He, boy, I beat the fuck out you. Da, 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 da. And he was older than me, but he was like the same size as me, because D-Thang was little as hell. So I went backing down from him, because in my eyes, I could take you. You feel me? Like, but whole time, he looking at me like we getting each other's face. He ain't bust me. He ain't hit me, So Biddy, I end up now. We argue shit. I end up scratching off. I go to Booker crib, tell Booker everything. He like, man, he telling me and shit like, all right, man. Telling me what I supposed to be hearing at the time. So he telling me shit. And then the next day, we all back on Prairie. And I'm right there talking to Lil Boo. Me and Lil Boo walking. We was like walking through the hood. It was D-Thang and M-Thang in the front of us, like probably like 10, 15 feet in front of us. And they was walking and talking to each other. And me and Lil Boo was like, we was 15 feet behind them talking to each other. He telling me like, yeah, that's Malik. Because he wasn't even M-Thang at this point. Because D-Thang, I won't even say D-Thang at this point. You feel me? Like these nicknames and all that. Like that was Devon, and he was Malik. You feel me? Like Lil
Yeah.
Boo actually was Lil Boo because that's just like been his name. You feel me? But like D-Thang and M-Thang, that was some shit like our hood made. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he whispering to his little brother and shit. I'm steady watching his little brother like, you know how a nigga tell you like, yeah, hey, dude in that black shirt, musty as hell. You look at dude in the black shirt, so you just like it's like I'm. It's like you gotta be telling him something about me, bro. Cause why is like y'all walking, he's steady like turning his head every time you whisper in his ear, like you tell him like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm really gonna have you beat his ass if he do one more. Like that's how I told her. I asked M-Thang what they too like. So D-Thang told you to whoop me that day. Like he told you to do something. M-Thang swear he never said nothing though. Like he swear he ain't never said no shit like that. But I'm just knowing like no, bro, because D-Thang wanted to whoop me that night. I know he probably was like, you know what? I got a little brother for you that's your age that'll beat your ass. Cause that's how M-Thang and D-Thang relationship is. Like they both.
Man, you keep going right into the questions I'm trying to ask you. I literally about to ask you. I want to say, what was their relationship like as brothers that you seen
Man,
from the outside?
D-Thang and M-Thang was thick as Steve's, bro. Like they
Yeah,
was like how you wanted brothers to be in the hood. And the crazy thing about it was they wasn't even the older. They was the two youngest brothers. They had two more big brothers from our block.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just
Yeah,
them two.
they got Trigger and Damo, which was older than them. You feel me? Like these
Mm-hmm.
was the big guys. Like
I didn't
these
even
was
know
the big
that.
guys. You feel me? And like they held each other down but they little brothers, folks. They held each other down. Like Damo and Trigger the same age. Like Trigger the oldest, but they the same age type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they held each other down. They did what they did, and they moved how they moved. And D-Thang and M-Thang did the same for each other, folks. But they had they big brothers. Like niggas knew all four of them was out here with us. Like, but
Yeah.
they was like two peas in a pod as a piece. Like Damo and Trigger did everything and did every and moved a certain way together, and that's how M-Thang and D-Thang did. You feel me? And that's really like they was just thick as Steve's, folks. And D-Thang loved the fuck out of M-Thang. Like you couldn't do shit to his little brother. You couldn't say shit to him. And that's how M-Thang looked about D-Thang. Like them niggas was like before even they started picking up guns or even bro, them niggas was just like that. They was like born to fight. Like them niggas want to fight. They want to do all that. And they got the upper hand because they low key pretty boys. They got good hair and all that shit. And niggas think they chicken, so they just beating ass all through the hood, all in high
Mm-hmm.
school and everything. Like them niggas, bro. Them niggas done fought a lot of niggas, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like them niggas done had whooped a lot of ass in our hood or in the
Mm-hmm.
school or around the way. You feel me? And about each other. Like they was how brothers was supposed to move for when they was like a couple years apart or so, but they was close enough where M-Thang could get in any action that D-Thang was in. Like you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like he can get in involved. You feel me? So they was tight as hell, folks.
Man, so you mentioned Buka was your cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Um, is there anybody else like that we don't know about, like fans don't know about, that might be your cousin? It could be from the Opps side, it could be from your side that we don't know. But we always hear Buka. That's all I ever heard
We got
personally.
a cut Booker big brother from the Opps. You feel me? Booker big brother is Gyro City.
What's his name?
His name is Ronte, bro. Booker big brother is from Duck Hood. Like that's they him and Duck, they was homies. Him and Butter used to be best friends. That's how I know
Okay.
Butter.
I
FBG
heard
Butter.
I heard Ron I heard Ronte, but I ain't I don't know. I
Ron,
just heard that name.
His name Ronte, folks. This was Butter best friend back in the day, folks. Like
Okay.
these niggas is real ops, folks. But this my blood cousin. Like him and Booker
That's
got the
your
same.
cousin.
Him and Booker got the same mama. Like Ronte and Booker and Lil D, all of them got the same mama. The two little brothers
Okay.
is from
Ah,
600, and the oldest brother is from Gyro. You know, like
wow.
that's you know what's so crazy, bro. What a lot of people don't understand is that can happen a lot in our city, folks, because the radius of our hoods is like so compact. Like between us, between us and Duck Hood, folk, like we shared the same candy stores, gas station, corner stores. Like we shared that together. Like I won't say gas station, but because there wasn't none over there. But like even schools, like that's how we jammed. Like our like quarters was so close, and I won't even say our quarters. Like the quarters of these hoods was already made before we was in the streets, bro. You feel me? So me basically saying like it's so close that when you finally start wanting to get in some street shit, you will look up and you done went. You could pick either side because it's like it's so close, bro. Like say for instance, I'm gonna say King Drive, right? Remember I told you I'm from 60th and King Drive. My hood stretched all the way to 60. I'm gonna say 61st and King Drive, but it stretched also backwards to like 59th and King Drive. So from 59th to 61st and King Drive are probably being realistic. Prairie is all 600. You feel me? So now, say for instance, this my head is King Drive. This the right side and this the left side of King Drive.
Yeah.
This 600. This FBG. This
so
is
yeah, right there.
We sharing the same block on King Drive. This is a main street. This is where our corner stores at. This is where our bus stops at. This is where everything. And when we want to when either one of our hoods want to go to the store, we both got to come to this same meeting point. This is the cutoff section right here. This is the divider that divides our hoods and theirs. They got the left side of King Drive. We got the right side, or whichever, depending on it. Either way, you coming up or down King Drive because it's a two-way street. So depending on which way you driving, looked up or down King Drive, our hood either on the left or the right, but we sharing the same street.
Y'all really right there by each other.
So like when you 10 and 9 and 8, you don't notice this shit. But when you get to you 12 and 13, where you finally finna start picking your group of friends and picking your clique, you could float in either direction, bro, because it's like you've been in this same area. You feel me? Your whole life in this area is like divided into different sections, but it's all the same area. So it's like niggas when we get to that point where we ready to claim shit, some niggas went this way, some niggas went that way. You feel me? Like, and it just like them, it was ironic that them ways end up being, beef. It ended up being beef sooner or later. You know what I'm saying?